Hello and welcome to Yost Ice Arena for another presentation of WCBN Sports' coverage of Michigan hockey. I'm Alex Strange, joined tonight by Ryan Buckman for this season opener, at least in the regular season, home opener as well for Michigan, taking on a very good Clarkson team who made the NCAA tournament a year ago for a Michigan team that fell short of that mark last season. It will be a good benchmark test here early on. Michigan not ranked entering the season. Clarkson, number 11 in the preseason rankings. And just about 15 seconds to puck drop. It's a brand new Michigan hockey season. Some similarities, at least on forwards, and some new faces on defense as well. You can go through the Michigan lines as we're about to get ready to get underway here. On the top line for Michigan will be Nick Pastuov at center, Luke Morgan right wing, Will Lockwood on the left wing. That is a very veteran line, two seniors and a redshirt junior. Jacob Hayhurst, Jimmy Lambert, Jake Slaker on the second line. The younger Pastuov, Beecher, and Becker on the third line. Raby, Van Wy, Moyle, the fourth line. On defense, Luke Martin and Cam York get the start on the first defensive pair, and we are underway. Nick Pastuov wins that faceoff back for the Wolverines, and things are rolling now. Luke Martin up against the boards and sent on deep by the centerman Pastuov. Clarkson quickly picks it up and comes out the other way. Just the 19:45 mark of this first period. No score between these two teams. Shot is blocked from the point there by Clarkson, and now an interception by Luke Morgan, and out come Michigan the other direction, just past center ice, and a chip deep once icing was no longer an option, and that one is gloved quickly by the netminder tonight for Clarkson, Murat. Frank Murat, the goaltender for Clarkson, grad student out of Quebec, and now the second line out there for Michigan, and they win that faceoff, but too far out, and it escapes the zone. That draw was won by Johnny Beecher, freshman drafted in the first round of the NHL draft by the Boston Bruins. Michigan controls in the neutral zone, then chipped deep by Luce as it deflected off the younger Pastuchov's stick. Sent around the boards over to the point. Blankenberg will just reverse it the other way. He was firing it from the right point, now down there in the corner. Puck comes free for a second, back out. Blankenberg holds it down to the right wing side, across to the point, but that one escapes off the stick of the veteran defenseman Griffin Luce at the left point. It's a lot of younger defenseman paired with older defensemen for Michigan as Beecher gets harassed on that side, and Clarkson quickly picks it up the other way. Campoli down the left wing side, burning around, in a shot right into the glove of Strauss-Mann with 18:44 to go in period number one. What have you noticed so far?
Oh, I think it's been a little bit of a sloppy start right now, but I think they're just trying to get their feet under them, and I think it should get going pretty soon here. Be a good offensive attack.
Face off to the right of Strauss-Mann in the Michigan defensive zone. Draw one there by Clarkson. Another quick shot. Not a great rebound control there initially as the shot came in from Gosselin. But Mann able to hang on. Strauss-Mann, a sophomore for Michigan, who was nominally the starter a year ago, which was mostly a 1A, 1B, but both goaltenders struggled a little bit, and Michigan is looking to rectify that this season, get better play out of that unit as a puck chipped into the Michigan bench, and so the faceoff will return to the Michigan zone. This time to the left of Strauss-Mann. A lot of whistles here in the first 90 seconds of play. Things a little chippy early on. Faceoff now to Mann's left. Campoli, Gosselin, as well as Tisdale out there on the top line for Clarkson. Draw one back by the Wolverines, want to get it out. Lambert on the right wing side. He gets just past his own blue line and he sends it the other direction. Now coming up quickly is Jack Summers. He swings it around the boards down into the corner where Jimmy Lambert has it. Redirected to the point, a shot in on net, and the puck is free, but nobody,
that was close.
Yeah, there to grab it. Jake Slaker camped himself in front, but unable to get the tape on that one. A long shot in on Mann, and a very awkward grab of it. No whistle comes, and he just pushes it up forward. Lambert gets across center ice, and he shoots it all the way around. Dakota Raby pinches up, tries to snare it. Now it comes up by the Michigan bench, careful to avoid the too many men penalty. sent lengthwise or horizontally across the ice, picked up by Nolan Moyle. He lost it for a second, then collided with Collins as Clarkson was going to try and potentially have a breakaway. Moyle darting around some Knights, brings it into the offensive end, backhands it around the boards, now into the corner, picked up and then lost after initial try, bounced, redirected off a referee. Van Wy sent it back deep into the Michigan offensive end. Clarkson just trying to defend well here at the point. Now grabbed there by York, pushed back down. Raby behind, throws it in front, looking for Moyle. That's where he scored a lot of his goals a season ago, as he led Michigan freshmen in goals, but not able to corral it. Clarkson able to get it out of their own zone into the neutral zone. Both teams will get a change, as the defenders for the Knights will just pass it between each other. That's Dustin McFall on the left side. Now redirects it up to his forwards, skating right through a couple of Michigan defenders, well as Cole. He takes a shot off the pad of Strauss-Mann, and a pretty easy save. Some physical play in the corner, and
broken stick.
Yeah, sounded like there might have been a whistle at first, but nothing comes. Luke Morgan trying to get around the Clarkson defenders. He does just that, gets in close on the Clarkson net. Looked like he might have gotten hooked. No whistle comes. Referees letting him play early on, and the Knights able to chip it down after a couple chances for both teams in the opposing ends, as we're under 17 minutes to play here in the first period. Shots 4-1 Clarkson early on. Michigan's had some chances, haven't gotten them necessarily on net. Lockwood carries it out of his own zone. A nice toe drag. He's got an offensive opportunity, but then two defenders converge on him, and he is harassed enough to lose the puck. Knights will chip it all the way out, and that should be an icing, and it will be. 16:09 to go in period one. Clarkson 4-1 in the shots. Michigan looking to get a few more pucks on net here in the early going. Beecher will be in the face-off dot, and unable to win that one, but it kind of redirects right out in front of Marat, the Clarkson netminder. Now chipped down by the Knights. Keaton Pearson, a freshman, grabs it in his own end. Now they pass it up to Jack Becker, but he loses it. Up come the Knights the other direction. Now here's a potential 3-on-2. Nice passing. There's a shot, and there's a save by Mann. Another try and another save. Strauss-Mann using the pads there to come up with that one. And now Michigan a potential 2-on-2 with Beecher and Becker. Johnny Beecher cuts to the middle, and then Becker grabs it in the corner. He gets checked hard, but keeps great possession, even though he was whacked down to his knees. Now sends it around the boards up to the point. Luke Martin sends it down low, and it redirects off a couple guys. Clarkson able to get it out. Cam York, nice passing right back to Beecher, but he needs to get off that line. Gassed. Martin, a nice pass to Lambert into the offensive end. He takes a shot, and that one was not seen well by Marat. Redirected over towards the boards, pinching up to keep it in the zone well as Luke Martin. Lambert sends it around. Slaker trying to keep it in. He's able to do so. York's got it at the point. There's a redirect, and a shot comes in. And a nice save. Now Lambert curls with it. He's going to reverse it quickly. Now stop, send it down low around the boards, and there's going to be a delayed penalty coming to Clarkson, and the whistle now sounds. Strauss-Mann had just about gotten to the bench, and they had the sixth skater coming on for Michigan. And then a tip in the defensive end. Clarkson able to draw the whistle, but headed to the box will be Josh Dunn, sophomore forward out of O'Fallon, Missouri. Headed to the penalty box, and at 14:54 remaining in period one, we have a TV timeout. Well, after about a choppy first 90 seconds, things really accelerated there.
Yeah, it did, really. I think we got a definitely good offensive attack going, and yeah, really some really nice shots. Just think we weren't able to convert them so far.
Have the bottle race now going on down on the ice, or between, I guess they're doing it between three rows 5, 6, and 7. TV timeout broke in a hurry. Now here it comes. They're passing cardboard cutouts of Coke bottles across the student section.
Oh, it's fun.
It's Coke Zero versus 2 Diet Cokes, and it looks like the Coke Zero one won it. They did not do that one last year. That's a new promo, you might say.
Very lively over there.
The children of Yost, and now just about underway. Michigan is able to win the draw back, but they say interference as there was some contact between the centers. I think it went off of a glove. So we'll do it again. The power play unit for Michigan has Nick Pastajov in the faceoff dot, Jake Slaker to his right, Will Lockwood to his left. That is the all-senior unit. You've got Cam York at the right point and Jacob Hayhurst, the grad transfer from RPI, at the left point. So 4 forwards and a defender for Michigan. And now they're going to kick Pastajov out of the faceoff circle, but thankfully Hayhurst to center himself. He wins it, but between his own defensemen and it gets out to the neutral zone. Michigan will have to set things up on the attack. Penalty to Dunn is 2 minutes for interference. We'll see if the Wolverines can grab an early lead here on the man advantage. Lockwood brings it through the neutral zone, hands it off to Slaker, who curls right in front of that Block M logo. Now to Lockwood, who just chips it deep down the right side. Clarkson defenders quickly to it, trying to keep it in on that left side was Pastajov, unable to do so, and it goes all the way down. Strauss-Mann leaves it behind his own net. Cam York picks it up, the talented freshman out of California, drafted in the first round by the Philadelphia Flyers, gives it to Slaker, now to Lockwood at the right point. He skates over to the middle, then a miscommunication on who that pass was to, but Slaker picks it up, sends it deep in the Michigan power play, finally with an opportunity. Slaker shot that one, redirects just high and over top. Hayhurst had a chance to redirect it in. Now pushed around down behind, Pastajov to Slaker right at the circle. He gives it off to York at the point. He takes a shot. That one is blocked by a Knight, and York able to keep it at the left point. Nice pass across to Slaker right in front of that Red Berenson ring logo. Now back to York at the top. His shot just goes wide. Big bounce off the boards. Michigan still holding it in, under a minute to go in the power play. York chips in at the point, holds it in. This is a great job of possession. Slaker down in front, and Pastajov a shot. Redirected in front off of a Clarkson body, now curled over on the right side. Slaker tries to pass it through, looking for Hayhurst on that left side. York over to Slaker. This first power play unit's been out there the whole time, 90 seconds of ice time, and they are still holding it in. Now finally, Clarkson able to get it out. 30 seconds remain on the penalty to Dunn. Couple chances for Michigan, shots now 6-5 in favor of the Wolverines. Jack Summers, the defender, leads that second power play unit along with Beecher, Pastajov, Becker, and Pearson. Sent down along the boards. Beecher gets it in the corner. A couple Knights right there to converge and prevent him from getting it out. Michael Pastajov's got it. 2 seconds, 1. Becker controls as the Knights are back to full strength but haven't gotten it out yet. Summers not able to do so at the point, and now here's an opportunity. Dunn out of the penalty box, able to come away, and a nice stick check there by Keaton Pearson. The freshman was committed to Michigan Tech when Mel Pearson was there, followed him all the way to Michigan. And the Knights able to control in their own end. Both teams looking to finally just readjust to even strength play. Clarkson able to bring it in. An opportunity presents itself, but quickly to it in his own end. Pearson leaves it behind for Blankenberg, who fell down, being pursued there by Dunn, and it is able to get to Pastajov up to Becker. This line needs to get off the ice for Michigan. Becker's able to chip it deep, and they will do so. 12 minutes remaining in the first period. Still no score between Michigan and Clarkson. The Knights hold it behind their own net. That's defenseman Brian Hurley out of Delwood, Minnesota. Now long stretch pass up is deflected behind the Michigan net. End-to-end play there, picked up from behind by Griffin Luce. And a senior defender out of upstate New York area, grandfather Don Luce, a great of the Buffalo Sabres. There's a shot from the point coming in by Greg Morrow, held by man for a face-off. 11:43 remaining in period 1. Shot 7-5 in favor of Clarkson. Feels pretty even play so far.
Yeah, it does. I think Michigan had the advantage there for a second, but I think in the past minute or two, I think Clarkson really started to step it up.
So now the face-off will be 2 mans left. Garrett Van Wy out there. Tough to read, the 51 versus the 91, and now an infraction. Campoli tried to get in there early, and they'll kick the first line center out of there. Gosselin will go to the right side. Yep. Tisdale to take the draw instead, and Garrett Van Wy able to win that one back. This is this talented fourth line for Michigan, and Van Wy, Moyle, and Raby that was so effective a year ago. Haven't gotten a ton of ice time yet in this game. Luke Martin able to control, get it out, and now Moyle will go the other way, but it looked like it might have went off a glove of a Michigan bench player. Van Wy takes a long shot from well outside the offensive zone, but he was across center ice, which means there is no icing, and he lets his wingers go in there after it. Moyle and Raby gritty behind the net, banging away with 3 Clarkson Knights. That's where they did a lot of work a year ago, and taking the puck away well is Nolan Moyle. He tried to dangle around a few Clarkson forwards at the blue line, unable to do so, and it's poked out into the neutral zone. Now chipped down behind the net. Coming out to play it is Murat. Murat's faced 5 shots so far, has saved them all. Clarkson hasn't had a lot of opportunities the last few minutes. Trying to change that after getting back to full strength. Eric Ciccolini out there. He's dressed as the 13th forward tonight for Michigan. Currently playing with Pastajov and Will Lockwood. Now Lockwood using that great speed that led him to be drafted in the 3rd round in the 2016 draft. And there's a shot to the front of the net, deflected, and the save made by Murat. See the speed of Will Lockwood there, creating opportunities in a redirection. Looked like off the stick of Pastajov, almost goes in. That's what speed can do.
Man, he does have some speed. Almost outran about half the team right there.
Pastajov to take the draw in the left circle. Lockwood on the right, Ciccolini on the left. This is the first line plus Ciccolini after swapping out Luke Morgan. Interesting rotation there, using the freshman Ciccolini with a couple seniors in Lockwood and Pastajov. Lockwood took it away just outside the offensive zone, and he skates in, takes a confident shot, but right into the belly of Murat, who hangs on. Shots now 7-7 early on. 1 penalty thus far. That was to Clarkson. They were able to kill it off, gave up a couple shots in the process. Michigan has won 6 of the 8 faceoffs thus far. Block shots 3-1 in favor of the Clarkson Knights. Quick play. Been about 9.5 minutes of game time and about 15 minutes of real life time. So few whistles after a choppy first 90 seconds. Johnny Beecher comes out there to take the draw in the right circle. He's got Luke Morgan to his right, and the referees yelling about potential face-off infractions. And again, a little jumpy. You've got the winger on the left side there for Clarkson. Jamie Collins keeps trying to come in a little early. Draw one back by Beecher. Michigan continues to dominate in the face-off dot. Beecher holds it behind, using that big body to be pursued. Good puck control by Beecher. Now gives it up to the point. Skating down low is Griffin Luce. Down behind the Clarkson net, the defender goes all the way around the offensive zone. Not something that he's used to doing, is more of a stay-at-home type. Michael Pastajov throws it in front. And an opportunity there for Luke Morgan, deflected away. Michigan continuing to have good offensive zone pressure right now. Luke Morgan there alongside Johnny Beecher, as well as Michael Pastajov. Controlled by Clarkson. They were able to get it out. Now chipped all the way down. Jamie Collins, the Clarkson forward, goes in after it, but loose quickly there. Michigan dominating puck possession over the last 5 minutes or so. Good extended offensive zone time. Blankenberg sets it up, passes it across his own defensive zone over to Luce. Now up to Garrett Van Wy, passes it to the right side to Raby into the offensive end. As they go in deep, Clarkson picks it up, tries to chip it out. Cam York not able to get there in time and hold it in for Michigan. Van Wy, though, quickly to it. This fourth line for Michigan doing a great job to take the puck away from the Clarkson Knights, but Nolan Moyle lost it, and a stick gets batted out of a Clarkson hand. And now up come the Knights the other direction. Luke Martin going in after it, applies a nice firm check in the corner. Van Wy up along the boards. Raby picks it up, pass over to Moyle, goes through the wickets across to the right side of the neutral zone, now into the Clarkson end as Martin puts it deep. Michigan needs to get back on sides. Murat comes out to play it behind the Clarkson end, gives it off to his defender there, Connor McCarthy. Knights play it up. Tisdale tries to bring it in as the first line out there now for the Knights. Tisdale, Campoli have not had a lot of action so far. And now a takeaway. Oh boy, Lambert almost had a breakaway opportunity as he intercepted a pass but was unable to properly get it on the stick blade. Went between his legs. Now Campoli picks it up. He'll just chip it deep. Every time Clarkson gets into the offensive end, they just have to chip it, and then nothing really comes of it. Slaker had it, lost it, turnover, but he gets it right back. A nice defensive play there for the sophomore Jack Summers. A good check along the boards by Hayhurst as well. And then another intercept by Slaker. Good takeaways right now by Michigan. Aggressive defensive play even in the offensive end. Mann had that one skip over his stick as he came out behind his own net to play it with the paddle. Now up to the point. McFalla shot that one through traffic, blocked, and it goes to the side. And Pastajov, his stick got held there in front, and no whistle came. Refs letting them play here tonight in the first period. Pastajov now a little angry, applies a check, and he's going to get taxed for holding.
Unfortunately.
Yep, that's an angry play by Pastujov. Mad that he didn't get that call, and now he'll head to the box. Michigan will be shorthanded, 7:35 to go in period one. Shot 7 apiece, no score between Michigan and Clarkson. Well, Michigan has struggled on the penalty kill in the first 2 seasons of Mel Pearson's tenure. They brought in a new assistant coach from Providence, Chris Mayotte, to try and solve those penalty kill issues, and we'll get to see what that looks like after this upcoming commercial break. Quick resurfacing of the ice. Solid crowd here tonight at Yost Ice Arena. A little bit weaker on the ends, but the children of Yost showing up as usual, and a good showing of May's shirts down there in the student section.
Say with the weather today, it's a really nice job that everyone showed up today.
Yeah. Cold and rainy day out there as fall starts to set in, and got the veteran of the game on the scoreboard. Looking around college hockey tonight, Ohio State playing Western. Those are 2 top 20 teams, one of them of course in the Big Ten. Wisconsin, another top 20 Big Ten team, playing Boston College, ranked number 10. That's an interesting score to watch. Wisconsin, perhaps the most fascinating team in all of college hockey, with 2 top 20 picks in the last NHL draft on their team, as well as another all-around wealth of NHL talent. So here we go, out of the timeout. To Strauss-Mann's right, one there by Johnny Beecher. Michigan continues to play exceptionally well in the faceoff circle, but Clarkson able to control as they couldn't get it out. Callan's pass too far. Cam York picks it up and he flips it down the ice the other direction. Here goes Will Lockwood, but they say it made contact with a member of the Michigan bench, so it's going to be a dead puck. Faceoff will come back into the Michigan end. That's a tough, tough break for Michigan, as it looked like Lockwood was off to the races down that left wing side. At the very least, it was a puck out of the zone, and instead they have to settle for a face-off in their own end. Beecher will do it again. With Callan in the dot, Beecher wins it back. York into the corner, flips it along, Lockwood quickly to it, and he tries to pass it to Beecher, but just gets it out anyway, as it was a little too far out of the outstretched reach of the big physical Michigan freshman center. At top penalty kill unit, we just saw 2 freshmen out there in York and Beecher, both picked in the first round of the draft, so the talent is there, but a lot of trust in the defensive end, and bringing it in offsides were the Knights, so they'll have to come out of the zone. 1:23 remaining in the penalty to Nick Pastujov.
So far, good killing on the penalty.
Yep, strong play so far, and that's what happens when you win these face-offs, and Michigan continues to just rout Clarkson in the dot. Van Wy does lose that one back, and now finally an opportunity for Clarkson to set it up. Romano on the left wing side slings it along the boards over to the right, went around the stick of Strauss-Mann, now picked up in the corner. Van Wy trying to get it out, unable to do so as it evaded his stick. Now York pursues it in the corner. York and Martin, the top defensive pairing for Michigan, also the top defensive or penalty killing pairing, and now a whistle sounds like a hand pass in that corner as some bodies were banging around, so the face-off will come out to Strauss-Mann's left in the Michigan end. 1:03 remaining in the penalty to Pastujov. Face-off, one there by Beecher. He's been great in the dot tonight. Slaker grabs it, and he'll send it the length of the ice. First we saw Lockwood with Beecher, now it's Slaker, the seniors alternating with the freshman center. Now up come the Knights, and a zone entry opportunity. There's a shot that goes high and over top, goes into the air, and Strauss-Mann grabs it down with the glove. A big bounce off the glass there resulted in that one flipping up into the air, coming back, where you sometimes have it going off the back of a goalie, but Strauss-Mann able to see it, corralling it with the glove. So Beecher will do the draw to the right side of Mann. A lot of defensive zone face-offs so far in this power play for Michigan. Now in the corner, a bunch of guys are tied up, and this might be a penalty on Michigan. That might be a cross-check on Griffin Luce, and it looks like it's going to be. That'll be 34 seconds of a 5-on-3, and discipline issues right now for a couple of Michigan seniors. Luce and Pastajov, both guys that are veterans, and that's a mistake you just can't make.
Yeah, especially by your two leaders there on the team.
Yeah.
I think that's very, very poor judgment right there.
Battle in the corner, and Luce just came in with a cross-check from behind, knocks the guy to the ice. So here we go, 5-on-3, and Garrett Van Wy able to win that draw slightly, but Luke Martin couldn't clear. Now an opportunity for Clarkson to set it up. 28 seconds remaining in this 5-on-3. Waiting, there's a shot to the middle, another try, and a great save by Mann, sliding laterally across to get that pad down. But still in the zone, 15 seconds remain. Clarkson passing it around well. McCarthy a shot, that one goes just wide of the net. Van Wy into the corner, he's got to try to get it out, he just can't do so. 7 seconds remain, skating right in, a shot, save Mann, another try, banging away at the corner, and Strauss Mann holds his post. A tremendous defensive stand there by the Michigan netminder, and this was a team that struggled with the goalkeeping a year ago, and that is huge. A couple big saves, and they always say the best penalty killer is your goalie. And Strauss coming up for Michigan there. 2 seconds remaining in the 5-on-3, then it'll be 1:26 of power play time for Clarkson. That draw won by Beecher and cleared all the way back down. Michigan kills off the 5-on-3. Clarkson controls in their own end. Out they come. Nice passing. Goes into the corner. Campoli in after it. Now back out to the point. Held in there by Kosmeski. Sends it down to Campoli. He's on the side trying to center it. Not able to do so. Luke Morgan whacked at it but didn't get a clean handle. So Clarkson controls under a minute to go in power play time. They send it across. An opportunity for McCarthy. Good save by Mann coming across. Now up to the top again, another try, that one blocked. Beecher getting down, looked like it went off of his knee. Clarkson continues to control, 40 seconds remaining. You feel like Michigan needs a clear. Passing around, now out to the point. Holding with it, now over to McCarthy. He's real close, there's a shot, redirected. Morgan tried to clear, still can't do so. That one goes off Morgan's stick as he was pursuing at the point. 24 seconds remaining. Now skating in, this one down low, it goes through the crease, batted around, Beecher trying to grab it, and they were signaling hand pass. No whistle was blown, it goes out to the point. These Michigan penalty killers are dead tired. There's a shot, and they score. And exactly what I had just said, you could see how gassed the Michigan penalty killers were. Nobody pursuing out to the point, and they go to the bench defeated, and it wasn't on the 5-on-3, but that extended time does the job, and the lack of discipline for Michigan costs them there.
So far, I'm not seeing offensive attack by the Michigan side right now. It has just completely been on our own end, and just nothing being created right now. And a lot of that has to do with the penalties.
Yep.
Unnecessary penalties.
Well, and Michigan was starting to dictate play pretty well until they took those 2 penalties, and they were well on their way to killing off the first one. And you know, the issue there was not the penalty kill approach, it was the fact those guys were out there for so long, and it was because they couldn't clear because it was a 5-on-3, and 30 seconds of 5-on-3 time does the danger. Now a giveaway, 2-on-1 opportunity. Clarkson fanned on it. A great job coming back there by Jake Slaker. Stick check from behind. Lambert pins his man up against the boards, and Slaker able to chip it down. This won't be enough for icing, and we'll see how Michigan readjusts. Again, they had been really controlling play right about up until those 2 penalties taken. Now pursued from behind, Hayhurst. Slaker got whacked down from behind, and he goes down. Nice check there by Hayhurst. Now back down, Slaker pursues it. Pass up, and it's chipped on down there by Schneider. Coming out from behind, Strauss-Mann. Lockwood plays it off the boards, and he gets hit hard by Clarkson. Schneider, the defender, out there right now with Dustin McFall. Those 2 defenders have it passing between each other as Clarkson bench gets a change. Both teams get a change. Ciccolini now out there for Michigan with Will Lockwood, and Lockwood does a great job to step in front of that pass out there with Pastajov to the point, trying to get it out. Now here they come. Jamie Collins trying to come thundering up the left wing side. Tipped around, and Lockwood controls up the right wing side, past center ice, past the blue line. There's a shot, goes in wide of the net, controlled by Ciccolini. He skates around with it, now gives it off to Blankenberg, who comes up. Blankenberg, a good rush, his shot, and the puck is free. Now he throws it in front, and nobody was there to bang it home. But a great offensive play by Nick Blankenberg, and you could hear Ciccolini and Lockwood saying they want it. Just tapping those stick down, and there is a penalty upcoming to Clarkson, and it will be whistled when Marat touches the puck down behind him. We'll finally get a TV timeout under 3 minutes to go. 2:24, 1-0 Clarkson on top, but for the remainder of this first period, it will be power play time for the Wolverines.
It's remained at 7 shots for, I think, about over half this period right now for Michigan. They're just not able to get it on net. They've had some opportunities, just not been able to put it on the goalie.
Well, and this is Clarkson able to capitalize on that power play, extended power play opportunity, and this is where, if you're Michigan, you need to answer. You gave up a power play goal. Now this is your opportunity to get one back. Try to get even.
Be very aggressive here.
Yeah, put some energy back into the building as we then approach the first intermission. So headed to the box for Clarkson will be number 44, Anthony Cowan. Have not seen what the call was. It's holding is officially the word. Beecher to do the draw to the right side of the offensive zone. Pastajov, Becker, this is the second power play unit. Beecher wins it back yet again. Summers sends it down into the corner. Beecher picks it up again. That great puck control using his body. Now across to Summers at the point, skates around with it, tried to find Lambert there, and it just got away from his stick. That one blocked out, though. Pastajov picks it up, nice pass across. They try to set it up to Summers, across to Pastajov. Now he'll skate right around the Red Berenson Rank logo. Now an opportunity for Beecher as he took a shot, and it was blocked. Now Pastajov at the point, Summers with it, his shot goes wide, but Beecher picks it up. Good puck control for Michigan, 35 seconds gone in the power play. Now pinching in is Lambert to try and help, and a whistle as the puck went out of play. Looks like it went off of Clarkson's stick, so the faceoff will stay in the offensive end for Michigan. Now they'll get the first power play unit out there. Again, good possession so far for Michigan in this period. Not enough shots, though. Couple good looks so far. A minute 21 remaining in the power play, a minute 45 in the period. And Pastajov not quite able to win that one. Clarkson can try and clear, and they do. Nice pass to get it out and up the other direction, trying to skate around Cam York. Really nice physical play by York to nullify the potential rush for Clarkson. York leaves it behind for Will Lockwood. He skates past the center ice logo over to Slaker at the right point. Slaker centers to York. Now over to Slaker on the half wall right side to York at the top. Now back across, Slaker at the right point to York at the left. That one skipped over his stick. Back to Slaker. They're trying to, I think, tee up a one-timer at some point. Now they send it down low. Slaker there over to York at the top. Now back to Slaker. There's a one-time shot, and Marat just does get a piece of it. And he's able to hang on. 38 seconds remaining in the power play. Long setup for that look. And a good stop by Marat. Pastajov not able to win the draw. Michigan's been quite good in the face-off dot with Beecher, not as good with Pastajov, and a nice job by York to hold that one at the point. Then he gets knocked down, and here comes a penalty. It'll be 30 seconds of 5-on-3, and then a 90 seconds of power play. So it's basically identical to what happened to Michigan, where you had a hit from behind, a cross-check with 30 seconds remaining in a power play. And now can Michigan convert on this 5-on-3? Try to get this game even. It's 1-0 Clarkson right now.
Be a good taste in your mouth if you can get a goal right here before the end of the period.
Yes. Be big momentum to get into the locker room. Headed to the box is done. That's his second penalty of the period. Hayhurst loses that draw, and now Passagov will come back. They had Hayhurst taking the draw after the struggles of Passagov in the circle, and that one is able to be won. Now out to York at the point. He skates with it. Slaker's got it. 50 seconds remaining in the period. Slaker on the right wing half wall. Over to York at the top. Back to Slaker. He curls over to the middle. Now pass over to the left side. Hayhurst has got it. Slaker goes down. There's a shot by York. Goes high and over top. Pastagov's got it right in front, and he didn't do anything with it. Lockwood at the top. 8 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Over to York. His pass across. There's a shot by Slaker. Saved by Murad. Over to Lockwood, and out of the box comes Callan. Lockwood over to the side. Hayhurst throw it across, and Slaker couldn't tee it up. And now Clarkson will be able to clear, skating out with it and doing so. There was Morrow, 13 seconds remaining. One last rush for Michigan if they can do it. Lockwood lost it off his stick, tried to get it up to Lambert. He gives it off to Lockwood. 5 seconds, 4. He skates in with it. 1 second, and he's not going to get a shot off. So Michigan will roll over about a minute of power play time into the second. Our score, Clarkson 1, Michigan 0. Well, any thoughts on that first period?
Well, I thought there at the end of the period we had a nice low attack going there, but we missed our opportunity on the 5-on-3, though it was a very short 5-on-3.
Well, that'll just about do it for the first period. We will take about a 15-minute break, and we will be back for period number 2. Welcome back now to the second period of action between Michigan and Clarkson. After one period of play, it is Clarkson 1, Michigan 0. I'm Alex Train, joined by Ryan Buckman for this presentation of WCBN Sports' coverage of Michigan hockey. Shots 14-9 in favor of the Knights in that period. Both teams taking quite a few penalties, and Michigan will start with 1:07 of power play time as we get underway, and that's a big opportunity for them to tie this game up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to be coming right out of the break. You're going to need to get right on it. Can't be dawdling, gotta do it.
Yeah, Michigan, I think, largely dictated 5-on-5 play, but were done in the only goal when they got in a 5-on-3. Against situation, they had a brief 5-on-3 4 at the end of that period, and were just unable to convert, but they'll roll over some power play time, and at times it seemed like the referees are really well letting them play, and then things just got past a point that a lot of penalties called in that second half of the first period of action.
Well, you could definitely see Michigan was getting tired there at the very second part of the first period. And I think that led to a couple of mistakes there. Clarkson's really kind of led their ship. I think they've been pretty steady throughout the game. I don't really see much tiredness coming out of them right now.
Yeah, when Clarkson's a team, they roll over a lot of players from a unit that was in the top 10, or a team that was in the top 10 a year ago, and you can see that veteran confidence. So, the face-off will be Nick Pasajov in the dot, and he loses that draw back. Pasajov really struggled in the face-off circle in that first period, contrasted with Beecher being very strong in the circle. Out come the Michigan Wolverines. York leaves it behind. Hayhurst pass up to Slaker just in on sides. Lockwood goes in after it down behind the net. Batted around. Pasajov and Lockwood both pursue it. Slaker pinches up, keeps it in the zone well. Now down behind, Hayhurst controls as 3 Clarkson Knights converge. They're able to take it away from him, but a nice stick check there from Slaker to keep it in the offensive zone before Clarkson finally gets to it and are able to clear it away. 30 seconds remaining in the power play. Michigan hasn't had any opportunities yet so far this period in the first 30 seconds of this power play that rolled over. Now an attempted clear, again pinched up by Pasajov. Popped it up in the air. Now Slaker grabs it over to the right wing side. Lockwood picks it up to York at the top. He skates in. Hayhurst on the left side. Throw it in front. Deflected, and then another good stick check from Hayhurst. Lockwood tried to keep it in, unable to do so, and now a potential 3-on-1 opportunity. Here comes Clarkson, a shot way high and way over top of the net. Not close. Michigan catches a break there as a giveaway created that opportunity. Now back deep. The Knights pick it up and try to set things up. This is a Clarkson team that rather unusual in college hockey in that almost all of their players are Canadian. Not a ton of Canadians in college hockey overall, but Clarkson being an upstate New York school, they draft heavily out of Ontario and Quebec. Only a few Americans on the entire roster. Now Beecher takes one away right in front of the Clarkson net. Michael Pastrov comes up, Becker a shot. And that one goes into the glove of Marat. Nice aggressive forecheck there to create that opportunity for the Michigan third line. Frozen puck, 18-11. Remaining in period 2. Shots 14-9 in favor of Clarkson. Again, a lot of Clarkson's shots came with that power play opportunity. Beecher getting ready to take this face-off, and he's up against Campoli here. Campoli out of Toronto, one of those Canadians we just mentioned. Beecher wins the draw again, loose to Pasajov to the point. Becker a shot, and that one just rattles through the crease and out the other side. Clarkson quickly to it, trying to get it out of their own end. Michigan's forecheck in even strength situations has been strong tonight, and there it is again. Beecher able to get up to the point and hold it in. Becker hit hard along the boards. Now Clarkson finally able to get it out. Campoli will just has to chip deep, and he has a double check applied to him. Now down over on the side, and sort of shaken up was Campoli. Now he's just kind of bending over the Clarkson bench, slow to get to it. Michael Pastajov holds it in the offensive end for a second. Michigan was in the midst of a change, and then the 4-on-1 outnumbering allows Clarkson to grab it. Gosselin sends it deep. Mann comes out from behind his net to hand it off. This has been mostly good defensive hockey from both sides in this contest. There's the puck given away, an opportunity, another shot goes high and over top. 2 high danger chances for Clarkson in this period, and they have not hit the cage in either one. Strauss-Mann hung out to dry on a couple occasions, even though Michigan, again, has largely controlled this first 3 minutes. Now out comes Michigan the other way, a potential 3-on-2 opportunity. Raby away with it, and Michigan's going to elect to a change rather to try that. Van Wy streaks into the zone, picks it up on the right side, and now, is there too many men? I think there might be, let's see, 1, 2, yeah.
Or is it too many men?
I don't know, let's take a look. Is there a penalty? I'm trying to see referees coming over to the box. No one's headed that way yet. Now Cam York skating around roughly in the vicinity, and I think it, let's take a look. Michigan sending some guys out from their bench to wait and see what this whistle is. The Michigan penalty box is open. No one's headed that way yet. 4 players come off the bench for Michigan. Yes, this is going to be a penalty, it looks like. It'll be a Clarkson power play for too many men. They decide that Lambert's going to be the one to serve it. Michigan was in the midst of that change there, and Van Wy came down the right side. And I'm not sure if he was the one who was the 6th man. Always, sometimes you get those line changes jumbled up in the beginning of the season. There's a nice pass across, but a blocked shot by Cam York. He gets knocked down to the ice. Michigan able to clear it out of their own zone. Minute 50 remaining. So Jimmy Lambert serving the too many men penalty. Normally you choose somebody who is good on breakaways to hold that down in the penalty box. Clarkson carries it in, and Michigan able to chip it out again. Van Wy now with an opportunity. He goes down the left wing side. He skates around some defenders. Right! Yeah! Oh, was that in? No, it was off the goal post. And Van Wy, frustrated, slams his stick to the ice as he almost had a shorthanded goal. He beat the netminder Marat, but it goes off the goal post. 16 minutes remaining now. Clarkson, a shot saved by Mann over to Raby, and he will clear it down. So Michigan does not get a shorthanded goal there, but they do clear it down. Halfway done in the man advantage for Clarkson. Knights skate up with it, and sloppy play. That one goes out to Strauss-Mann, leaves it behind. Michigan going to try to clear, but a whiff. And now an opportunity, and there's a shot off the goal post, off the shoulder of Mann as well. So a couple pucks ring off the iron for both teams in this power play. 43 seconds remaining in the man advantage. 15:32 to go in period 2.
That was a quick 4.5 minutes this period.
Yeah. Flying along, not many whistles. One of the only whistles being the announcement of that penalty. Otherwise, things going quick, and the referees coming over to both benches. They might be reviewing that Garrett Van Wy breakaway situation where the puck definitely looked close to in the back of the net. See if it crossed the red line. That's my assumption of what they're reviewing. There's nothing else they really could be reviewing right now. So we wait around. Both teams go to their benches. Or no.
Get out of play?
Well, they're showing us the Clarkson replay. And that one wasn't close to the goal. I mean, it went off the top of the goal post, but that wasn't in. Pretty obvious from my angle that it wasn't in. Let's take a look. Yeah, I mean, that goes off the top, the crossbar. That's not, they cannot be reviewing that. You have to think the referees are smarter than to know that that is not a play you're going to review. I mean,
I know it was quick, but man,
it has to be the Van Wy one down there, because that one, I mean, it was close to tucked inside that left goal post. Now Michigan, their bench sending the guys down immediately to look at it. Yeah, that's what they're reviewing. Let's take a look at that replay again. Van Wy comes in. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's in to me. Looks like it hits square on the inner side of the goal post.
Very close.
Yeah. And a great rush by Van Wy, a great opportunity created, and yeah, the no-goal signal is made.
Good call by the refs.
And some of the members of the Children of Yost cheer thinking that they were reviewing the Clarkson shot.
Definitely seemed like that at first.
Yep. So, no goal is the call. 43 seconds remaining in the power play. Passagov finally wins a draw. York sends it around to the side. Lockwood will be quickly there to clear it out. 35 seconds remaining, and Michigan can kill this off and keep it at just a 1-0 Clarkson advantage. That would be huge. Now picked up by the Knights down the right wing side, coming into that offensive zone, back out up top. Hurley over to the half wall, now back to Hurley at the point. Now back over to the side. They send it across, a great opportunity and a one-time shot, but Mann able to come across and save that one. Now another good look, and Mann another save.
A great save.
Strauss Mann, a fabulous night tonight for the Wolverines. Great opportunities for Clarkson there. I mean, Michigan's penalty kill has generally been good, but it has been a little cluttered at times. Michigan will change their penalty killers as Clarkson now up to 19 shots again. And if you had to factor them out, I'd say almost half of Clarkson's shots in this game have come on the penalty kill, or on the power play rather.
Definitely been their best opportunities.
Yep, they have not done well at 5-on-5. Now they win the draw. Michigan back to full strength. The puck is loose though in front, and there's another shot. That one rings off the side. Michigan needs to get this one out. They're back to full strength, but not out of the weeds yet. And Mann lays out and puts the glove on it. And now, yep, some pushing and shoving in front of the net. Luke Martin tangled up, trying to see that number. It's like
he's definitely
18.
been busy tonight.
Eagle would be my guess. Yeah, Strauss-Mann has done everything Michigan has asked of him so far in this one, and it can't be understated how much of a far cry that is compared to last year. My guess is actually that it's probably Jack Jacome. Jacome at 5'7", Luke Martin at 6'2". You could tell the height difference of those two guys, and they were tangled up with each other. And we will have a commercial timeout, 14:37 to go in period number 2. Shots now 20-10 in favor of Clarkson. Scores around college hockey: Ohio State and Western Michigan tie. A shootout for the purpose of the tournament they're in gives the game to Ohio State, but nationally it is marked down as a tie. Boston College 4-3 over Wisconsin at the second intermission. And now both benches break, and we're getting ready to get the players back out there. The referees, both of them are over in close conversation with the Clarkson bench. It looks like they're having a rather intense conversation there with head coach Casey Jones. Not sure what he would be mad about, but a long talk. And now just about ready to get going as finally that conversation breaks. The face-off to Strauss-Mann's left. Jacob Hayhurst wins that draw back. That's one area where Michigan has been, and that one goes out of play. I think it went off the board, so there will be no delay of game, but it was fired directly from the Michigan defensive end and then into the netting, so you always worry about the delay of game penalty, but it went off the boards enough that no penalty is taken. They'll do the draw again, though. Hayhurst had won that one. He wins it again. Blankenberg's got it. Passes it across to Lambert, up to Slaker. Slaker skates right around the defense for Clarkson. He comes in. He takes a shot right into the glove of Marat for a whistle. Again, you see Michigan with the slightly more talented athletes using the speed down those right and left wing sides. That created the opportunity for Van Wy. We saw Lockwood use his speed earlier. Slaker there forces an offensive zone faceoff. Hayhurst to take the draw with Lambert and Slaker, and Hayhurst won it, but no Michigan player was there to snag it. Now Clarkson loses it, though, along the boards. Swung back around. The Knights trying to get it out, and they just can't. Now the puck goes free right out in front of Murat, but quickly to it. The defenders for the Knights. Gosselin brings it up. He chips it deep. Mann been very aggressive to come out of his net tonight. Used the paddle. He picks that one up and hands it off to his defense, who able to play it back into the neutral zone. There's a chip deep, and going in after it for Clarkson is Anthony Cowan. Pinned up well against the boards there alongside Adam Tisdale. Michigan picks it up. Lambert, nice pass to Mike Pastajov, and they hold it in the offensive zone. Lambert's trying to get off, and Michigan again has some questions about potential too many men there right in front of their bench. York gets a cross-ice pass. Now he streaks in down the left wing side, and a good physical check there applied. He's wanting potential holding of the stick on Michael Underwood. Now Beecher's got it at the point, sends it down for Mike Pastajov. Becker there to it, and he's applied firmly against the boards. Pastajov picks it up to York at the point. He skates in, he takes a shot. Cam York's shot high and wide. Luke Martin at the point, sends it down. Beecher tries to pick it up, and just battled around. Now Callan finally to it. Clarkson just trying to get it out, and sent across horizontally through the defensive zone. Becker to it. Beecher picks it up. Potential 2-on-2. Beecher cuts to the middle, skates around. He takes a shot, and off the pad of Murat. Nice opportunity created there. The third line for Michigan going to work well as it goes down into the Michigan end. Cam York chips it across. Becker right there. He's trying to get his stick to it. Now Luke Martin applies a check hard on the boards. Battled for down behind the net. Becker picks it up and tried to clear it, and a little lackadaisical in doing so. Clarkson able to hold it in at the point. Tipped around deep. Picked up, and Becker fires that one out of his own end into the seating, and it will be a face-off in the Michigan end. No delay of game, though. Again, Michigan coming real close. Sloppy play and trying to clear them out in their own end.
Clarkson, they had shocked me how aggressive and physical they've been. They've been to out-physical these talented Michigan players.
Clarkson's definitely been more physical than they were in that first period. Children of Yost chanting as Pastajov gets kicked out. So Becker, not a natural center to take the draw, and he did able to get it over to his defenseman, Luke Martin, but then now an opportunity for a potential break for Clarkson. A shot, and coming back, Cam York making a nice play, and the stick shattered as that one had just gotten into the neutral zone, and Michigan lost track of a forward in behind them, and so a little flip pass into the offensive zone was able to create that opportunity. Now Egel had it, lost it. Nice check applied there by Pastajov, and he actually took more contact of it than Clarkson did, falling down, and now a penalty coming to Clarkson. Michigan into the offensive zone, onside. Moyle to Raby, trying to pass it to Pastajov. They say Clarkson didn't touch it. Loose across, extra skater, Blankenberg a shot, but Murat holds on. But Michigan now will go to the power play, down 1-0 in this period, 11:33 to go in the second. They'll have an opportunity to tie this game.
Still looking up at the scoreboard, only 12 shots on goal. That's very shocking right now.
Well, and that's the thing. Michigan has controlled play. They've been able to keep it in the Clarkson end without generating a ton of shots.
I think it has to do with a lot of better communication right now.
11:33 to go in period two. Headed to the box, Shane Kosmeski. He'll go down for a trip in the neutral zone. Hayhurst unable to win that draw for Michigan, and falling down to the ice, though, the Clarkson defender when he was going to easily clear it out, and then Hayhurst comes in, a 3-on-2 Michigan attack, able to jam it out of the corner. Slaker passing with Summers or Blankenberg at the point. There's a shot that gets deflected off the stick of Hayhurst. Now nice cross-ice pass. Hayhurst brings it on in. He's trying to use his own speed, gets pursued, and now an opportunity right in front of the net. Pastajov had it. Now Lockwood picks it up. Slaker goes in there, controlling it himself, battled for, swung around to Pastajov, over to Hayhurst on the side, up to Blankenberg at the point, across. Lockwood a shot. Nice save by Murat, but a rebound there, and Clarkson able to clear it on down. That's a decent look for Michigan, but still not able to get anything past the netminder, Murat. Frank Murat. A grad student rather. Beecher brings it in, he chips it deep for Lambert. Michigan doing a little jump and chase using the speed on this power play. 53 seconds remaining in the man advantage. Passage-off to the point, looking for Summers. He curls around with it at the point to Lambert on the half wall. Back to Summers, left point to across at the right. Lambert's got it. He throws it in front. Oh, and it bounces up through the air, right through the imaginary crease vicinity, but not in. Lambert skates up with it. He takes a shot. That one just goes wide. Now they sling it back around. Ciccolini over to Mike Passage-off on the right side, chipped out free. Lambert trying to be the first one to it. He applies a check, and Clarkson is content just to pin the Michigan attackers up against the boards, and they are able to clear. So again, good chances for Michigan, just not able to put one in the back of the net. Strauss-Mann hands it behind. 10 seconds remaining on the Michigan power play, trying to not go 0 for 4 today in the man advantage. Lambert comes in with it. He takes a shot. That one deflected. That one up for three. Garrett Van Wy uncorks a bullet on really a bizarre play where Lambert took a shot. It got deflected and came right at the feet of Van Wy, who unleashes a cannon of a blast into the back of the net, beating Marat, and it's 1-1.
Just no opportunity there for Marat.
No chance.
Caught in a really bad situation.
Yeah, actually, it deflected off 2 Clarkson defenders. It pinballed from the one on the left side to the right, and then not just did it do that, but it redirected right in front of the net where Van Wy was. And I mean, when you have a slap shot at that close distance, no goaltender is going to save that. And so Michigan able to tie this game at 1 under 10 minutes to go in the second period. We're just past the halfway point of this contest. Shots now 20-15 in favor of Michigan. Doesn't go down as a power play goal, but it was essentially so, and Raby throws it in front. Van Wy right there with Moyle. Van Wy trying to wrap it around. Lusa takes a shot. Raby there, Moyle, and this fourth line continuing to apply great pressure. Van Wy picks it up to Luce, banks it off the boards to Raby, and he just pushes it ever so slightly into the Clarkson end. Knights quickly to it, but again, swarming in the neutral zone, the Michigan attackers.
Definitely see some more energy now on the ice for Michigan.
Yeah, and certainly in the crowd as well. Van Wy very fired up about that goal, and Michigan able to, again, Clarkson just can't get it out of their own end in 5-on-5 play. Michigan everywhere. When Clarkson tries their zone exits, Mann comes out awkwardly to grab that one as both teams are in the midst of changes. He puts it down at his feet for his defender, Griffin Luce. Leaves it behind for Lockwood. He skates around with it. Lockwood hands it off to Passage-off, right back to him, and here comes the speed of Will Lockwood, and he uses his physicality to dodge the check, and then lay another one in there. The crowd loves this. Passage-off picks it up to Martin at the point, over to York on the left side. He takes a shot right in on Marat, and there's a save, some pushing, and we have a whistle. 8:03 remaining in the second period, tied at 1. Shots now much closer to even, 20-18 in favor of Clarkson.
Now you feel the tide has turned in this one.
Yeah. Well, that's how it goes sometimes. You get a nice break, a good redirect, and then the game tied. Michigan continuing to pressure well.
And that's why you guys just got to love hockey sometimes.
Yeah. The frenetic pace doing its job right now. We've got Wolverines in the NHL. Max Pacioretty being featured right now. Dylan Larkin as well for the Red Wings. We also saw Jacob Trouba for the New York Rangers. Always love to see the Wolverines in the NHL. And Luke Glendening, also of the Red Wings, gets featured. He had an empty netter last night to seal a 4-2 Red Wings win in Montreal, and here's the replay of his goal against Nashville. That was the season opener, a game-winning goal. The Wolverines in the NHL breaks, and now we'll get ready for the face-off to the right of Marat. Hayhurst will do the draw with Luke Morgan to his left, Slaker to his right. Martin at the left point, York at the right. This is the second line out there for Michigan. Hayhurst does sort of win the draw. Michigan is able to come away with it after a lot of whacking with the sticks. A nice pinch by York along the boards. Morgan curls around with it, up to Martin at the top, and he's not able to hold it in. And pursued well, trying not to give it away and create an opportunity for Clarkson. York comes across well to bail out his defense mate who had been knocked to the ice. Now Slaker picks it up, tries to thread it between some Clarkson players, Morrow and Jacome. Not able to do so. Now Morrow will bring it out for Clarkson, but a long stretch pass too far, and now Hayhurst has got it over to Slaker. Some pushing as a hard check had been applied on Martin. Yeah, right in front of the ref, in front of the Clarkson bench. Now the Knights send it on deep, and they say no icing. Martin in after it, lays it behind for his defense mate York. Now pushed around. Michael Pastajov's got it, sends it across, looking for Hayhurst, and Hayhurst just not quite able to get there now. Clarkson's got some bodies the other direction, but it goes off the stick of Romano, and the Knights are off sides. Face-off will come out of the Michigan end.
Really haven't seen a lot of offsides tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, these teams have been very calibrated in their zone entries thus far. So face-off just in front of the Michigan blue line. Beecher to do the draw. He's been great in the dot tonight, and he wins another one. Over to Pastajov, although he was not able to grab it cleanly. And a body goes down for Clarkson. No penalty coming, though. Michigan might catch a break there now. Pastajov goes down, and still no penalty coming, letting him play right now. Beecher goes between two Clarkson defenders. Now he swings it out to the point. Summers a shot, blocked in the bodies in front. Just a mosh pit of players right in front of the grill of Murat. This one sent down low in front of Murat, picked up by Mike Pastajov, over to Beecher, and he fanned on it, didn't get all of it that he wanted. Now out come the Knights the other direction. That long one sent in, blockered aside by Strauss-Mann. They'll count it as the 22nd shot, but not much of an opportunity there. Knights finally getting an offensive zone look, but pretty sloppy right now, having trouble passing it between each other. Pastajov, Michael that is, tries to send it out, but pinching up was Gosselin, holding it in well. And now taking it away is Michael Pastajov, but he couldn't get it to Beecher. Clarkson taking advantage of some sloppy Michigan turnovers, curling around, sending it to the point. There's a shot off the pad of Strauss-Mann, now chipped all the way down. That one's going to go in on Murat, so no icing. Michigan will get those tired bodies off the ice. That's been the only time Michigan has seen vulnerable tonight, is when they've had guys out there for a little too long. Person has a hard check applied to him behind the net, but he comes away with the puck, chips it on out. Ciccolini is there, and looks like a hand pass on Morrow. Face-off will come just to the side of the Meyer logo in the neutral zone. Shots 23-20 in favor of Clarkson. Now they're going to bring it all the way down in the Clarkson end.
Definitely see now that Clarkson's answered some physicality on their end right now.
No, they're going to bring it back out to the neutral zone. The referees
make up their mind.
Yeah. Well, they started at the one to the side of the Meyer logo, and then what they needed to do was bring it to the one to the side of the Toyota logo, and instead they went all the way into the Clarkson defensive end. And now they come over to talk to Mel Pearson about something on the Michigan bench. Nick Pastajov out there with Lockwood and Ciccolini on what constitutes the top line right now. Ciccolini's been rotated in all night. Keaton Pearson gets the draw back after Pastajov won it. He chips it deep, and the Michigan attackers go to work. It quickly finds itself into the corner, and Clarkson comes away with it. It's Jordan Schneider who brings it out, but unable to clear. Again, the Michigan pressure at keeping these pucks in the zone. Chipped around at the blue line. Now out comes Morrow. He hands it off to Campoli, skates in through the neutral zone, and now a loose puck, and Person almost had a breakaway opportunity for Ciccolini. He just needed to chip it past a Clarkson stick, was unable to do so. Person, a nice job, though, to get now out of a pile of players along the Children of Yost side in the Michigan end. Now here comes Callan with a free rush right in on man, and too many guys are there. His shot gets blocked, and out comes Will Lockwood the other direction. Lockwood just across center. He'll chip it on deep. Murat there hands it off to the Clarkson attackers. Knights finally starting to have some opportunities. This one deflected off the stick of Anthony Callan, so no icing as it went into the Michigan end. Van Wy picks it up, and out come the fourth line. His pass for Raby, not quite able to get there. Moyle and Raby converge, though, and now they'll just chip it on deep. That one to the left side of Murat, leaves it behind his own net. Up to Callan. York tried to push it into the Michigan end and went off the referee's hand. He's shaking his hand to try and get away the stinging there as that puck went off of him, and now both teams will get a change. Van Wy leaves it behind. For Luke Martin, lengthwide pass for Moyle along the boards. Nolan Moyle bangs away at it and sends it on deep. Now behind the Clarkson net, Blankenberg came up to apply a check, was unable to keep it in though. Now a 2-on-2 the other direction. Clarkson brings it in just past the line. Seacoast goes in after it. Raby harasses him there now up to the point, unable to be held in there by Underwood. And so they have to bring it back out to the neutral zone. Shots 24-20 in favor of Clarkson. Under 4 minutes to go in this period. 1-1 Michigan and Clarkson right now. A shot from a bad angle. Not even sure if that got a piece of man. Might have been from directly behind the net. Definitely now Lockwood tips that one all the way deep, or rather Hayhurst. He goes in after it. A nice check applied there. Lambert to his left. And they're able to dig it free, but it went between their own legs out in front of the net where no Michigan attacker was. Clarkson chips it deep, loose, up to Hayhurst, and here comes the Michigan attack. 3-on-3 the other way. Hayhurst takes a shot. That one is deflected off of Clarkson's stick. Not up high enough into the netting, though. So play continues. Pearson at the point takes a shot, and that one right along the side. Opportunity for Slaker, lays it behind for his fellow winger, Lambert, who was unable to grab it as Clarkson came away with it, and Romano gets on his horse trying to beat Griffin loose. That's a bad angle shot that does get a piece of man. Now here comes Lambert, 2-on-2 this way. Nice moves by Lambert to Slaker. Slaker takes a shot that is blocked off the body of the defenseman Morrow. Now along the boards behind the net, chipped on out, and York goes in after it. No icing. Clarkson will relent on the pressure, and they'll let the smooth skating freshman from California, York, go in after it. He skates all the way in, looking like Quinn Hughes right now. Curls around, takes a shot, and it just goes a little high and over top of Murat. Now a nice opportunity. Martin a shot. That one rings just wide. Morgan controls it behind the net. Under 2 minutes to go in the period. Out to Martin at the point. To York across. His shot is blocked off the stick of Tisdale. Let's see if Clarkson can finally get this puck out. And they do. Or no, Campoli brought it back into his own end. York sends it back the other direction. Luke Morgan there. Clarkson picks it up. 99 seconds remaining. We've had about 6 minutes of play uninterrupted right now. Martin to Becker, and that one just does leave the blue line into the neutral zone. Referees counting to see if there were too many men for Clarkson. McCarthy pursued right at his own blue line. Now gets it up into the offensive end through his attackers. A weak shot in on Straussman, easily patted aside. An opportunity for Beecher, pushed aside by the Clarkson defenders. Still 1-1 Michigan and Clarkson. Pushed around and chipped all the way deep there. Jamie Collins sends it in. Michigan defense right there. Just not many opportunities for Clarkson in this period outside of that one power play. Tried to get it out to Garrett Van Wy, couldn't quite get there. And now back down behind the net. Held and sent all the way down. This one will be an icing on Michigan when Clarkson touches up. They get there. 42 seconds remaining in period number 2.
Haven't had too many icings tonight.
Nope. Not many stoppages in play at all.
I think it just goes to show you that everyone's been in the play tonight, and there's not really been a lot of true pressure on either side. Just short enough just to create some.
So 1-1 Clarkson and Michigan. 42 seconds remain in the period. Van Wy doesn't win the draw, but Moyle's the first one to it, and it works out all the same. Raby trying to come into his own end. Got whistled for, they had the arm in the air for a potential hand pass. Doesn't quite happen. Van Wy called off sides, though, as the puck had just come out into the neutral zone. Summers was trying to push it back in. Van Wy thought he had gotten his men back on sides, but that play blown dead. 28.4 remaining in period 2. The face-off will come just outside the Michigan blue line. Nick Pastachov to take the draw. Lockwood to his left, Ciccolini to his right. He wins it back, and Michigan will loft it into the zone. Lockwood had it go off his hand. Tried to bring it in, but Michigan would have been offside, so they had to back pace and then try to get everybody set up. Instead, they decide to just chip it into the Clarkson end. Knights quickly there. They bring it out into the Michigan zone. Chipped around, 5 seconds remaining. Blankenberg into the corner. He's just going to pin it against the boards. And we will go to the second intermission. Michigan draws even at 1 apiece. Shots 25-21 in favor of Clarkson in that period. What is your takeaway there?
I think that second period was much better. Well done by Michigan. They definitely seemed very more into the game than they did at the first period. But they still need to make up for some of those mistakes they still had.
Yeah, Michigan has again largely controlled play at 5-on-5. The one goal for Clarkson coming on the man advantage. And the players head to the locker room. We will take a break and be back in about 12 minutes time. Welcome back to the third period of action between Michigan and Clarkson here from Yost Ice Arena. I'm Alex Strange, joined by Ryan Buckman. It's been a competitive game so far, and through 2 periods, it is an even score. Michigan 1, Clarkson 1, shots 25-21 in favor of the Wolverines. What do you think Michigan has to do to pull this game out in the third period?
Well, I think what they did in the last period was actually pretty strong. They came out very strong, resilient, and really competitive. I think what happened at the end of the last period was that they looked tired, and so it just started to wear on them. And I think even on Clarkson, they were tired too, so it really started to even out on both ends.
Yeah. Michigan came back there in that second, played a very composed period, and were able to even the score on a blast from Garrett Van Wy. Goal scorers tonight, Josh Dunn for Clarkson, Van Wy for Michigan. A game summary, the Josh Dunn goal came at 15:40 of the first period. It was a power play goal after Michigan just could not get it out with tired legs after a 5-on-3 had expired. And then an even strength goal for Van Wy just seconds after a power play had expired on a shot that pinballed around, came out to him, and he hammered it home from just outside the circle, straight on looking at Murat. And about 10 seconds remaining until the puck drops on this third period. Michigan's going to start with the fourth line out there. No power play rolls over, unlike the first period. So we'll start at even strength, and Michigan has dictated play at even strength tonight. Van Wy to do the draw. He's been good in the circle, and he wins it back, but Clarkson able to get to it first as Sikos beat him up the circle. York tried to pass it over to Raby. Pinballs around, now Raby able to get to it. York trying to get it out, and they finally do. Moyle redirects it into the offensive zone. Moyle in after it, gets pushed down. Battled around for. Clarkson comes up with it. Knights send it across. Eggles got it over to York. And Martin sends it in deep. Out to grab it. Murat leaves it behind, pushed around, and Jordan Schneider, the defender for Clarkson, tried to push it in the zone, and his stick shattered. And because it shattered, the blade of it went up in the air and got a Michigan player in the head. So it'll go down as high sticking, one of the strangest high stickings you'll ever see. And I mean, you know, that really is unfortunate for Schneider because, you know, he wasn't trying to high stick. It wasn't, you know, he was just trying to chip the puck deep, and his stick shatters, and the blade of it goes up high. Michigan gets a power play and an opportunity now to take a 2-1 advantage. Pastajov wins the draw back to Cam York at the right point. Leaves it down low for Pastajov, throws it in front, looking for Slaker crashing down the left side, and now Cam York's pass across is intercepted off to the races, is done trying to skate around York, and a great stick check there. Really strong defensive play tonight from Cam York. Lockwood curls around defender, he gets pushed down, no call coming, looked like he just slipped on his own, and Clarkson clears it down. Strauss-Mann holds it behind his own net. Now he'll actually just push it over to the side to Hayhurst. Hayhurst, York, Slaker, Pastajov, and Lockwood, the 5-man power play unit for Michigan, and here they come into the offensive end. Hayhurst taps it down, and colliding into his own net was a Clarkson defender. The whistle will come, and there'll be a Michigan face-off in the Michigan offensive zone. 1:19 remaining on the power play. Bit of Keystone Cops right now. Guys falling down, stick shattering, nets getting dislodged.
I think they can sense that the end of the game is very near.
Yeah. They're tired legs in the third period as always. Johnny Beecher wins the draw for Michigan, but it goes all the way down and over to Strauss-Mann, so it counts as a clear for Clarkson. Summers holds it, and out come the second power play unit with Mikey Pastajov. Becker chips it deep. Oh boy, that looked like it might have been offsides, and it was. They'll have to get out of their own, the offensive zone, does Michigan. Clarkson sends it the length of the ice. That one almost into the netting and out of play, which would have gone down as a delay of game. That's something that I saw happen last night in the Red Wing Montreal game. Lambert, a shot saved there by Murat. Now out to the point. Jack Summers has got it, sends it over to Pastajov. Now across Lambert, the shot from the half wall on the left side. Summers not able to keep it in as it corralled all the way around the boards. Pastajov, Lambert, and now tipped there by Josh Dunn. Nice job to get back by Beecher and prevent a shorthanded rush for Clarkson in the neutral zone. Now Pastajov cross ice to Beecher, and he gets repelled well by Morrow, the defenseman. Now Pastajov comes up and grabs it. 12 seconds remaining, and this will mostly do it. Michigan gets a couple decent looks, but nothing more than that. They'll go to 0 for 5 on the power play tonight, just not able to cash in the opportunities yet. The score stays at 1. Jordan Schneider out of the box for Clarkson. Blankenberg skates up with it. He's across the blue line. The defender, the first one into the zone, goes around the edge, pushed down there from behind. Looked like he lost his edge on his own, though. And out comes Clarkson the other way. Jamie Collins pass across to Anthony Kellen, right around loose. Shot deflected up off the body of Strauss-Mann. Now out comes the fourth line for Michigan. 3-on-3 the other direction. Raby redirects it down for Moyle. Raby picks it up over to Van Wy, who gets pushed around. Now coming away with it there, Van Wy. He drives the net. Puck is free, and Murat gets his glove down on it. Whistle sounds. 16:44 to go in the final frame. Shots 26-22 in favor of Clarkson. This game has been really, really even thus far. Who can come away with the big moment here?
Say the next person with the big moment might really take control of this game.
Both teams have played really defensively sound hockey. And the draw won by Clarkson and sent all the way back down. That will be a Michigan icing. York goes in, and he will be the one to do the touching, and we'll get a draw again in the offensive end for Michigan. Pastajov to take the draw out there with Lockwood and Ciccolini in the top line for Michigan. Draw one back by the Clarkson Knights. Campoli able to get it out to Tisdale, and here comes this top line. Both top lines out there for these two teams. Along the right wing boards, pinballed around. York applying some pressure as it goes out to the point to Hurley, trying to hold it in there. Sent on down. Lockwood, an aggressive check attempt on Hurley. Now 4 players down behind the Michigan net. Clarkson comes away with the puck. They still haven't gotten a shot on net. Hurley keeps it in at the point. That one goes through traffic and goes right past Strauss-Mann, who's been excellent tonight. Nice poke check from behind by Ciccolini. Trying to get this puck out of the offensive zone of Clarkson and back into the neutral zone. Martin picks it up, skates around with it, and now finally Michigan is able to get it out. Lockwood looking to potentially get it to Pastajov. They're on sides. Pastajov, a big shot, and it rattles wide and all the way back down. Keaton Pearson goes in after it. He has to get there before Eagle. Hands it off to Summers as Eagle attempting a really nice pressure along those boards. A forecheck. Slaker pushes it up. Here comes Hayhurst, not quite able to get there. Clarkson was going to be offside. Schneider and Eagle collide with Slaker there. Now in the neutral zone, Clarkson takes it away and an opportunity presents itself, but Slaker, a good job getting back in his own end. Michigan forwards have been strong in their own end tonight. Hayhurst picks it up right at the big Michigan logo. Now into the offensive end. Morgan's got it, throws it right in front of the net, and a save by Murat. Face-off will come to Murat's left on the right side of the Michigan offensive zone. Beecher to do the draw, the third line out there. Beecher, Becker, and Mikey Pasta draw one back. This is one of the first draws I've seen Beecher lose all night. And here comes Clarkson into the offensive zone. This one right into the glove of Strauss-Mann. He's been a wall tonight for Michigan. Some pushing after the play as the whistle sounds. 14:53 to go, and we have a TV timeout. Shots 27-23 in favor of Michigan. More scores around college hockey. Wisconsin now trails BC 5-3. Minnesota playing Colorado College tonight. That's another Big Ten game in progress. We'll get a score on that in a moment. Actually, that game hasn't started yet. We'll start in about 10 minutes. That one is out in Colorado, starting at 7:30 Mountain Time. Penn State 6-2 over Sacred Heart. And we're already back. Very quick TV timeout. The game continues to move quickly. Blankenberg gets it up off the draw. Michigan in the offensive zone. Becker's shot is blocked. The Delwood, Minnesota native took a shot in on net, but it went wide. Michigan controls in the offensive end. Held in at the point well by Blankenberg, and a redirect right out in front. Looked like Beecher got a stick on it, and it goes into the belly of Murat. Whistle and a face-off. 14:34 to go in the game.
I think for Michigan to get another goal here, I think they're going to have to get another redirect right now the way the puck's been bouncing tonight.
They've needed to take advantage of some lucky bounces at times as York takes a shot. That goes into the belly of Pastajov. Now out to the point. Martin comes up. His shot just goes wide of the net. Nice job by the defenders right now, holding the line for Michigan and getting pucks in on Murat, creating offensive opportunities. They dig it out of the zone. Ciccolini trying to get it into the neutral zone. That one deflects off a glove of Martin, and now an opportunity, and goes out to the point, waiting with it, a shot, blockered aside by Strauss-Mann, and out comes Michigan 3-on-3 the other way. Lockwood down the left side. The defenders will get a change, hands it off to Pastajov. That one goes off a stick. Keaton Pearson comes up with it, and it's going to be a penalty on Michigan. I think it's going to be interference. I'm not a fan of that call.
Me neither.
It's going to go on Ciccolini for colliding, running over a Clarkson player as he was trying to streak into the offensive end.
Inevitable right there. I just don't know how I could avoid that.
Let's take a look on the replay. It's a hip check on a guy who isn't really in the play. I don't think it was intentional. It doesn't look like it. The way Ciccolini bounced off the contact, it certainly doesn't look like he was expecting to make contact. Might have just misjudged it.
I think he was expecting to even get the puck there.
Yeah. Well, Michigan now on the penalty kill. They've been 1 for 3 tonight on the PK. Here's an opportunity right away. Eagle right in, trying to wrap it around, and Van Wy able to clear it out as he sent it in
very
front.
lucky right there.
Yeah, man out of position, sent through the crease. Van Wy scoops it up, sends it down. Clarkson attackers will get set up here. Huge opportunity for a Clarkson team that's best opportunities have come on the power play tonight. That shot from the right wing side goes right in, and Mann holds on.
That was one of the only times tonight I've seen Strauss out of position on goal.
The improvement of Strauss-Mann compared to where he was last season has been evident in this game here tonight. A really reassuring sign for Michigan. That draw sort of won by Beecher, but it just went into a pile of humanity and then flipped up off a Clarkson stick out into the Michigan bench, and that means that the faceoff will come out of the Michigan end. That's a nice break for the Wolverines. 13:23 to go in period 3. Children of Yost lively right now. Beecher wins that draw again. He has been just phenomenal in the offensive zone. That one will be an offsides on Clarkson if they touched it, and they don't. And Luce gives it up to Beecher the length of the ice. Beecher comes in for a shorthanded rush, but Clarkson there to stop anything but good offensive zone play by the Michigan penalty killer, John Beecher. Here comes Clarkson, leaving it off in a sloppy play. Lockwood quickly to it, and he'll just chip it on down. Michigan looks strong right now on this penalty kill. Murat hands it off for Brian Hurley. Hurley stands alone behind his own net. They get 2 attackers on the left side, 2 attackers on the right side, and out they come with it. Centering pass went into Michigan bodies, and another easy clear for the Wolverines. These zone entries not going well for Clarkson right now. 35 seconds to go in the power play. 12:30 to go in period 3. Kosmeski sends it across, chip on down. Blankenberg quickly to it. He's going to swing it along the boards and all the way back down. Michigan again really strong right now. 20 seconds remaining in the Clarkson power play. Ciccolini will come out of the box at about 12 minutes remaining in the third period. That's 10 seconds out right now. Josh Dunn, the goal scorer tonight for Clarkson, lays it deep into the corner. York across. Martin trying to get to it. Angled around the boards. 2 seconds, 1. Ciccolini out of the box. Pushed down is Lockwood, and that's going to be a penalty on Clarkson. Looks like Kosmeski is going to get tacked with the trip as Hayhurst got brought down from behind, and just like that, a flip of the switch.
Do justice there right after that first penalty on Michigan.
Yeah. So 11:53 to go in the game, and Michigan now their second opportunity of the period to try and take the lead. 0 for 5 tonight with the man advantage. Is this the time that it happens for the Michigan power play? Pastujov to do the draw and loses that one, but Clarkson hasn't cleared it yet. Now they do, but not far enough, as York was able to hold it in at the neutral zone, and so Slaker gets a rush right away, chips it deep past Marat, down behind the net. A quick takeaway there by Pastujov behind. He slings it along the boards, but Clarkson quickly to it, and York has to pursue Sikos, who is trying to cut around. Nice job by Mann to use the paddle, push that one aside to his attacker, Hayhurst. Now Jacob Hayhurst cuts through the Clarkson defense. He's got a chance, he shoots, and a save by Marat. The puck's still free, and that's going to be a hook on Clarkson. It'll be 90 seconds of 5-on-3 upcoming for Michigan as Hayhurst got held. That'll be Jordan Schneider headed to the box, his second penalty of the game. And with 11:18 to go in the contest, yeah, that's a little bit of a weak call there from Schneider. He really, he gets the penalty more for trying to hook than he does for actually hooking, because his hook attempt was unsuccessful. No. He whacked at him, but Hayhurst went right around him. But anytime you attempt to commit a penalty, you're going to get called, because the referees, they just look to see that it's being tried less than if it actually happened.
I guess that's why he played with the puck too long. He was getting hooked right there.
York's got it at the point. Michigan wins the draw. Hayhurst to York. Back to Hayhurst. His shot deflected off of Marat and all the way back out. It's the consequence of taking a hefty slap shot. The ricochet hard and out of the zone. Hayhurst leaves it behind. Lambert brings it up 5-on-3. Hayhurst holds it on the right side. Down low to Lambert. Back to Hayhurst. He skates in with it over to York. Was the wrong side, though. Now on his left side across. Hayhurst, a shot! And Marat, does he have it? Yeah, he pinched it against the side. Great save by Frank Marat, who has been very good tonight. Still about a full minute of 5-on-3 time for Michigan. Good passing there, set up an opportunity. This is one of those chances that you can just not let go by the wayside.
Unbelievable how many 5-on-3s we've seen tonight.
Yeah, 3. This is the third one tonight. Pastujov wins the draw. Lockwood over to the point. Lambert to York. They want to get Lambert on that half wall. Lambert and Hayhurst are there. They reverse York across, send it in front of the net. Got deflected. York, he's now on the half wall with Lambert at the point. Lambert skates up. There's a one-time chance. Ricochets around. Lambert quickly to it. And that one taken away, chipped on down by Clarkson. 25 seconds remaining in the 5-on-3. This will be one last rush for Michigan. York picks it up. They get some fresh skaters on the ice. Or no, they actually only got a couple. Lockwood on there. York sends it around. 15 seconds remaining in the 5-on-3. Lockwood at the point. Gives it over. York right there. York skates in. He's just going to rip a shot. Deflected. Pastujov couldn't quite grab it. Deflected around behind, and now the clear on down. That'll kill off the 5-on-3, but there's still 35 seconds remaining in the other man advantage for Michigan.
It just seems like the 5-on-3 seems like they have 4 instead of 3.
Just allergic right now on these 5-on-3s. Are Michigan not able to get these chances they want, as there's a puck that went right through the front and cleared on down. 15 seconds remaining, maybe one last rush But Michigan has arguably been better at 5-on-5 than with the power play tonight.
Yeah.
Skating out quickly with it, Summers across, 5 seconds remaining, and Becker tripped over the referee there as he was trying to enter the zone. Out of the box is Schneider, and now 9 minutes remaining, still 1-1 Michigan and Clarkson. Michigan, I believe, 0 for 7 now on the power play. An ugly night in the special teams department. Are 0 for 6 officially. Battled for in the corner. Van Wy applies a check. It's this fourth line trying to go to work. Tipped around. Becker trying to get it out of the zone. Campoli able to keep it in. Nice job in puck possession. McFall takes a shot through traffic. Seen well by Mann. Pushed around by Van Wy. Just out of the reach of Becker. Now he'll get to it. Michigan needs a change. He'll dump it on deep. Needs to get off the ice. They'll give Moyle and Raby out there to give Van Wy his line mates properly. 8:30 to go. Shots 30-27 in favor of Clarkson. Slowing things down, Greg Morrow behind his own net. Sends it across. And skating out with it, Dustin McFall. And that one was offsides as a big check from Luce applied after the whistle as Clarkson entered illegally. So with 8:15 remaining in period 3, we'll have a quick commercial timeout. Shot 6-5 Michigan in this period, 12-11 Michigan in the second, 14-9 Clarkson in the first.
Michigan has 129 face-offs, while Clarkson is only 123 right now.
Yeah, that's an area where Michigan's been strong tonight. Scores around college hockey. UMass Lowell 1-0 over Minnesota Duluth. Duluth, the two-time defending national champion, someone trying to knock the Bulldogs off their perch. Northeastern 2-1 over UNI. Notre Dame 4-2 over Air Force. That's not unexpected. Mercyhurst 3-2 over St. Lawrence. Michigan State playing Northern Michigan tonight in an interstate battle. See if we can get a score on that one. 5-3, Michigan State won that one over Northern, and we're right back to it. These commercial breaks only about a minute in length, very short, as play continues quickly. Clarkson wins the draw in the neutral zone. They bring it right away into the Michigan end. Person got to it, and another Michigan player, Moyle that time, collides with the referee. An opportunity for Clarkson. They swing it through the crease. Nobody there. Moyle picks it up. He'll just chip it on out. There, Raby goes after it. Brought back into the Clarkson end, harassed, and out come the Knights. Into the neutral zone, Jacome to Eagle, and lost the puck. Morgan comes away with it. Morgan chips it deep. Michigan will get a change, 8:15 remaining. Nice check applied along the boards there by Luke Morgan. Physical play by the transfer out of Brighton, Michigan, and Slaker had it, lost it. Now out come the Knights the other direction, 3-on-2. Campoli lost the puck as he collided with the referee, and a Michigan player goes down. Man, oh man, that referee on the right side of the ice just really keeps getting in the way of both teams. And that's the third contact we've seen this period. Shot from the point by Schneider goes off the ankles of Jake Slaker. Played behind Luke Martin there to York. York pursued, and a nice check applied along the boards. Campoli to Hayhurst. Gosselin skates around. York picks it up, and he'll chip it down the length of the ice, but not enough for icing as it goes in on Marat. And Michigan intercepts that long stretch pass. Blankenberg on the attack. He skates in. Blankenberg there, and the shot goes wide. Ciccolini tries to throw it in front. Blankenberg has done well tonight when he has gotten aggressive and gotten on his horse. He read that pass brilliantly, and he reads another one, applying a nice check from behind. Pushing along those boards, and Pastashov gets planted to the ice by Greg Morrow. A nice legal check there, knocking him off his skates. Clack has it in the neutral zone. He plays it down. Now out to Lockwood. Lockwood trying to use that speed to dangle around some Clarkson Knights, and he does so. Over to Ciccolini on the right wing side. Ciccolini skates in, takes a shot from a bad angle, and into the body of Murat. I don't know why the horn just sounded, as we have a whistle, 6:48 to go. Shots now almost even, 30-29 in favor of the Wolverines. Both teams go to their benches. Not sure why. The referee is talking to a replay official about something. Maybe it's a timing error. Now he leaves the box. Both referees are over by the benches, I think, going to tell something to the Clarkson bench. Now they'll go over and tell Mill Pearson something. No penalties. .556 remaining as a guy gets seen on the Jumbotron and lifts up his shirt. They quickly pan away from him. Face off to the left of Murat. Beecher to do it. He wins it back. Pearson's going to take a shot, deflected by Lambert, but into the body of Murat. He got it with the glove, and now shots even at 30, 5:53 to go in regulation. Still tied at 1, Michigan and Clarkson. And that one lost by Beecher, one of the few he's lost tonight along the boards. Michael Pastajov tried to keep it in. Summers over to Person. He brings it just across center, flips it up in the air. Pastajov goes in after it along the boards. Battled for, tipped around. Beecher comes up with it, and Clarkson able to get to it. Clack gives it off to his defenseman, who send it across. Kosmelski back the other direction. He got checked after he passed it. Beecher finished the check well. Summers goes in after it. Nice check applied by Beecher, again hitting on end-to-end, using his size to be nice and physical. Battled around. Lambert along the boards. He whacks at it, tries to get it out, cannot get it past Hurley though. Person digs it free as Clarkson not really pressuring on a forecheck as they were in the midst of a change. Keaton Pearson picks it up. Lambert tipped it up in the air. Now across Van Wy. Michigan has to be careful right in front of their bench as a change was ongoing. 4:45 remaining in the contest. Long stretch pass up for Clarkson, deflected off, and nothing there. Hurley tried to send it deep. Moyle took it away. His rush up with it, denied, pushed to the side, and now a long stretch pass for Seikos. Not going to get to him. Mann gives it off to the defenseman. And now up, here come the fourth line for Michigan. Van Wy on the right side. He's got Moyle in the middle, curls around, throws it in front. Moyle right there! And they just couldn't bang it home. That's how a lot of this line scored their goals last season. And now another takeaway. Van Wy in the offensive end, 1-on-3. He takes a shot. It's blocked, but Garrett Van Wy continuing to do work up to the point. Cam York skates up with it. His shot goes high and over top. Raby throws it through the middle of the offensive end, but nobody there to snag it. Tisdale on deep. Campoli goes in after it. York gets rocked against the boards. Hayhurst picks it up. And play continues at 3:46 remaining in period number 3. Slaker just across the blue line. He sends it in deep, looking for Hayhurst. He curls around with it up to the point. Loose across to Blankenberg. Sends it deep. Grabbed by Slaker. Luke Morgan there. Two Clarkson defenders trying to dig it free. And nothing much coming. Now grabbed and chipped out by Clarkson. Blankenberg picks it up. A nice first pass to Slaker in on sides of the Michigan end as he gets more attackers with him. This is all Michigan right now in 5-on-5. Loose pinched up to hold it in, was unable to do so. And all the way back down, Blankenberg's got it. He'll skate right around Clack and around his own cage. Ciccolini tried to send it deep. Now he does get it past Hurley into the Clarkson end. Under 3 minutes remaining. Lockwood pinches up, unable to hold it in. Loose hands it off to Person as he needs to get off. Person flips it up right in on the Clarkson netminder Murat, who hands it off. 2:43 remaining in the game. This one gets deflected off a body, loose in front of man, and tipped around, and it goes just wide. Pearson, Lockwood picks it up. Lockwood's going to use his speed, curls around Clarkson defenders, potential 3-on-2. He comes in around the right side, nice check applied, continues to hold it there. Battled for 2:20 remaining. Chipped around, Ciccolini not able to get it to Summers at the point. Goes out of the zone, 2:15 remaining. Across to Keaton Pearson, he brings it in on sides. He takes a slap shot, and it goes off of Marat, out of play. Face-off coming, shots 31 apiece. What a game.
Yeah, what a game indeed. It is definitely ramped up here in the past few minutes. Definitely at this point, the next goal will probably win this game.
Yeah. Well, after regulation, you get 5 minutes of mandated overtime, and then a tie in college hockey rules. If this were the Big Ten, we would get 5 minutes of 3-on-3 followed by a shootout, but in a non-conference game, we'll just get the 5 minutes of NCAA mandated overtime, and if no one scores at that point, a tie. Michigan, I don't think, would be too upset with the tie, especially against a very good team like Clarkson.
Yes.
But with the amount of chances they've had and the way they're dictating play, you feel like this is their opportunity to end this game right here.
Definitely had it here in Clarkson's end for most of the second half of this period, at least.
Yeah. Well, Michigan has been really strong in 5-on-5, and so they've been able to create some opportunities. Van White, the only goal scorer tonight for Michigan to do this draw. He's been good in the face-off circle, not able to win that one. Raby goes after it. Morrow, though, picks it up for Clarkson, tries to bring it on out, but his stretch pass across barely got it out of his own zone, and Michigan, again, converges in the neutral zone. They've been very, very fast to swarm, and Jacome picks it up under 2 minutes remaining. He leaves it off for Seacoast. That shot blocked by Luke Markin. Falling down was Nolan Moyle. Clarkson holds it in on the offensive end. That shot blocked off a body. Not able to quite get it out. Morrow curls around with it, pursued by Raby, who keeps whacking at him. A shot across, and man got a piece of that.
Great save.
And now back all the way down. Picked up there by Clarkson. 90 seconds remaining in regulation. Eagle lays it back. More or less sudden death at this point in time. Lambert pursues, and that pass by Clarkson to nobody in particular. York picks it up, and he'll let his attackers come up with him, and Cam York, the talented freshman defender, just banks it off the boards. Offense goes in after it, but Clarkson able to clear it out. They've been on the defensive most of this period. Blankenberg laid it back for Lambert. Nobody there. Now picked up by Johnny Beecher. Here's an opportunity, 2-on-1. Beecher a shot, and a stick gets on it from Clarkson. Deflects it up into the netting, out of play. And even 60 seconds remaining in regulation. 1-1 Michigan and Clarkson. So here we go. Beecher to take the draw. Lambert to his left. Becker to his right. Loose at the point there with Blankenberg. Held in by Michigan off the draw. That one chipped out by Clarkson. They say it went off a stick. Face-off will stay in the Clarkson end. That's where you worry about delay a game if you're Clarkson. Looking for a new puck. The referees, and the face-off to Marat's left. This is where you could think about potentially calling a timeout if you're either of these coaches, whether you're Mel Pearson or Casey Jones. Michigan wins the draw. Lambert had it, then lost it, and Clarkson was able to get it out. Just as far as the neutral zone, Callan sends it on in. Blankenberg there, skates around with it, pursued. He picks it up. And now out they come. It's a 3-on-2 the other direction potentially, but Blankenberg will relent, just chip it on deep. Handled by Marat there, sent along the boards. Loose pinched in, and that one finds Slaker. Chipped around back to Slaker in front. Puck is free. Lambert's got it. 25 seconds remaining. Sent to the point. Keaton Pearson, a shot through traffic, goes wide of the net. Loose comes up with it. Picked up by Hayhurst. He skates around with it. Hayhurst leaves it down for Slaker. Back up to the point. Pearson, 15 seconds remaining. Shot goes wide, looking for loose. 10 seconds left. That one goes off a skate and out of play. 8 seconds left.
Probably one more chance for a shot here.
Yep, you win the draw and get one last opportunity. If Clarkson wins it, we'll probably be headed to an overtime. Score 1-1 in this one. Shots an even 31 apiece. Both netminders 30 saves. Michigan has really dominated this third period. Passage off to do the draw. Martin and Summers at the point. 8 seconds left in the game. Passage is tied up well by Clarkson.
They'll probably do it here.
Yep, nothing really coming. Puck goes out to the point. 2 seconds. 1. Horn sounds, and we will go to overtime. 5 more minutes placed up on the clock. And we'll see if anybody can win it. Well, busy game so far, and a game that's gone by pretty quickly. Just about 2 hours and 15 minutes to get through regulation. There's 1 minute of layover.
Seen a little bit of everything in this one.
Yeah.
Definitely a physical game so far.
Mel Pearson drawing something up on the whiteboard that all the team is looking at. Set for Strauss-Mann, who's cleaning off the sweat on his head and neck area. About to put the mask back on. He's been very good, as has Frank Marat. Both have stopped 30 shots. Children of Yost a little antsy, looking to try and see their team prevail in this one. You know, the building will be ready to explode if Michigan can get one by Marat and win this game. Horn sounds and both goalies go back in their respective ends. They'll switch ends. Man goes into the side that is obscured from our vision. Marat into the clearer sight line. Most all the crowd still here tonight watching this final 5 minutes of action. If nobody scores in the next 5 minutes, it is a tie. And if somebody does score, the other team just gets a loss and that team gets a win. There is no loser point like you might have in the NHL. And a 5-on-5 play, not a reduced manner at all. Morrow passing it across with Hurley, the Clarkson defenders in their own end, now carried up by Jack Jacome. He comes on in, sends a shot wide of Strauss-Mann, and Van Wy picks it up, sends it on deep, looking for Moyle, chipped up in the air, held in the Clarkson end.
Another change here for Michigan.
Yep, Van Wy in the fourth line out there. Raby chipped around, Ciccolini picks it up. Ciccolini out there instead of Moyle. He brings it up. The freshman comes on in. He tried a shot, and he threw it through the crease instead.
Through, but
yeah, Raby was there, but not quite able to get the tape on it. Lockwood picks it up, and he brings it on in, on sides. Ciccolini there, and Blankenberg has to come in now. It's potential 2-on-1. A nice pass across. Jacoma's shot goes high and over top. As Blankenberg now picks it up, here comes Michigan. Some real chances early on in the overtime. 4 minutes remaining. Pastujov gets to it. He's got a man in front of the net if he can find him, and he cannot. 2-on-1 double team. Clarkson comes away with it. Both teams almost playing in slow motion right now. You can feel both teams tired. Blankenberg gave it away as he got knocked down to his knees, passed through the crease. Nobody there for Clarkson. Slaker up to Lockwood. Lockwood brings it on into the offensive end. He whacks it on down. Picked up behind by Marat, lays it there for a defender.
Under 3.5 left.
Yep. Closing stages. Hayhurst knocked this one down to himself. Gives it up to Lambert. In on sides. Hayhurst. He takes a shot. That one's blocked. Don't think they set that one up as they wanted. They've got Keaton Pearson at the point. Hayhurst skates through traffic and runs into contact, chipped all the way down for Clarkson. That's going to be an icing, and Pearson touches up. 3:02 remaining, no change, and the referees are going to have to skate over and yank bodies off the Clarkson bench. And yeah, Casey Jones is going to call his timeout. We'll have a 1-minute timeout by Clarkson. With the icing, nobody can get it changed. The tired bodies, and he's going to give his guys a hand.
Advantage of that.
Yeah. 1 minute timeout by Clarkson. Both teams have gotten looks here in overtime. No conversions yet. And Mel Pearson will get out the whiteboard again and start drawing up a play.
I think what he was drawing up there beforehand, I think actually almost worked. I think I forgot who it was who missed a shot there that went right through.
Yeah. Arabi threw one through the crease, and then Hayhurst came in with Lambert. Got a good look in on Marat. 15 seconds remaining in the timeout. Beecher to do the draw. Morgan to his left, and Mikey Pastajov to his right. Tied up between everybody in the dot. Clarkson eventually comes away with it. Anthony Callan sends it across. Beecher gets in front of the Clarkson rush, though, not able to get it out, and here's a chance, and a shot is blocked. Now Callan comes over left to right through the offensive zone, not able to get a firm control of it. Now puck given away out to the point. Here's Morrow, and Clarkson now opportunity to set something up. Sloppy pass, though, goes through traffic. Knights are able to repossess. Sent along the boards. Beecher poked at it, and now out it comes. Beecher sends it around to body. Now Johnny Beecher's off to the races. He's going to cut in, and oh boy, huge contact with Marat.
Not look pretty.
Youch.
Hopefully he's okay right there.
And the referees are all signaling. Beecher came in hard, and he was going to try to drag it through the crease, and he got, I think, cross-checked from behind, and the cross-check from behind by the Clarkson defender pushed Beecher right into his own netminder. Yeah, Morrow is the one who pushed him from behind, and Beecher didn't know it was coming, shoved him right in to the body of Marat. And they're bringing the face-off out of the defensive end for Clarkson. I think referees are talking. 2:18 remaining in the overtime. If nobody scores in the next 138 seconds, the game will end in a tie. Yep, face-off will come just outside the Clarkson blue line. Van Wy to do the draw on the fourth line out there for Michigan. They've got the freshest legs with the amount of power plays Michigan has had tonight. Moyle wins the draw over to Luce, across to Keaton Pearson, and he sends it on in. Raby going after it in a dump and chase. Griffin Luce holds it at the point, then flipped out of the zone. Keaton Pearson picks it up, harassed from behind, and sends it. Farrat picks it up, taken away there by Moyle. Moyle gets it in front, a shot! Van Wy just goes wide. Raby threw it through the crease, looking for Van Wy and Moyle. 1:50 to go. Pearson takes a shot. That one deflected off some bodies. Puck comes free. Raby almost had it, and that one comes away. Clarkson brings it out. Nice hit! Huge hit. Just trucking Clarkson player right in front of the Knights bench. Now out comes Van Wy, looking to get it to Moyle. Sends it behind Marat, who lays it for his defender. Hurley rattles around the boards. Michigan gets the first line out there. Will Lockwood comes away with it. Great puck control as Dunn and Romano are right there. Summers behind him, Ciccolini as well. Now it comes free to Pastajov into the glove of Farrat. 1:13 to go in overtime. Final stages of this one. Win or lose or tie. Blankenberg at the point. That shot is blocked. Pastajov into the glove of Marat. 1:03 to go. That is shot 33 on Marat, and he has saved 32 of them in a 1-1 tie. 63 seconds remain in overtime. If nobody scores, it is a tie.
got to give credit to both goalies tonight. They've done an outstanding job.
Straussman and Marat have both been rock solid. Can somebody break this tie? 63 seconds left. Hayhurst to do the draw. Lambert to his left. Slaker to his right. Lambert able to corral it out to the point to Cam York. He takes a shot that goes wide of the net. Martin and Slaker right there. Slaker comes away with it. He's going to try to wrap it around. Not able to do so. Lambert able to come away with it, though, along the boards. Flicks it for Slaker down behind the net. Throws it to Hayhurst. Hayhurst holds. Gives it over to Slaker. Slaker gets knocked down. No penalty, and the crowd is angry. Clarkson defender lost his stick as well. Lambert had an advantage of that by Slaker. And 30 seconds remaining. York out to the point. He just whacks it on down, and all the players just kind of playing in slow motion right now. Martin almost lost it, able to corral it up to Hayhurst. 20 seconds remain. Chipped out by Michigan. Martin tried to go in after it, but all the players on the ice right now for Michigan too tired. Here comes Raby, 12 seconds left. Raby takes a shot in on Marat into the netting. 9 seconds left. Offensive zone face-off for Michigan coming. If they can win the draw, they'll get 1 or 2 chances. If not, it'll go down as a tie.
Yeah, they did seem pretty slow right there. I was kind of rather starting to back off. They had a player without a stick for Clarkson. Yeah,
and I think is Mel going to take his timeout? He still has it if he wants to use it.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't taken it yet.
Not going to use it here. He's just going to send out his top line. Beecher to do the draw. He's been the best for Michigan in the circle. Beecher with Mikey Pasta and Lockwood. Summers at the point, as well as Blankenberg. Beecher wins the draw, gives it to Pastujov. Beecher throws it around in front of Marat. 5 seconds for Blankenberg at the point. Takes a shot. And almost a backdoor opportunity for Beecher. And that'll do it. A tie tonight between Michigan and number 11 Clarkson. A 1-1 draw, 65 minutes of hockey. Not able to come up with a winner, and they will play it again tomorrow night. Saw just about everything in this game. Michigan outshoots Clarkson 35-31, but I think despite the draw, a lot of things to be encouraged about for Michigan. Playing a really good Clarkson team, you get a draw, you really look like you belonged on the ice tonight.
Absolutely. I think they definitely showed their strengths tonight. I think they had the better speed than Clarkson tonight, but it was just a physical battle. It was hard to take advantage of anything.
Yeah. And a lot of pushing and shoving, a lot of hitting, and a lot of shots. 35-31, Michigan in the edge in shots, not able to come up with the win tonight, but a tie is okay, and if they can get the win tomorrow, it'll be a successful first series of the season. Any last thoughts before we sign off?
I think they have a lot of promise this year. I think we still have to clean up our penalties.
Yeah.
Definitely early on, because I think early on, if you clean those up pretty early, I think going forward, you're going to have a lot of confidence and strength later in the game.
Yeah. So final score, Michigan 1, Clarkson 1. That'll about do it for us. We'll be back here tomorrow. It'll be myself and Joshua Tenzer in that one. But until then, Alex Drain, Ryan Buckman saying good night and go blue from Yost.